Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me back at Foundation. I've been busy off screen, basically just laying out the blueprint for the city wall. So you can see there it's going all the way around, and that's going to pretty much take all my resources. Then I've also completed the stone bridge that's going to lead to the castle. Now we've unlocked the modest pieces for the castle, and I'm going to start laying out the blueprints for that as well. And then what I want to do, aside from just placing the city walls, which is going to pretty much heavily fortify all of this region, I'm going to also build a small community here at the bottom, which will be like my farming community. So I do want to build like cattle farms going towards this side. We're going to probably do like elongated cattle farms with the pastures extending all the way to the water over here. So we might squeeze in 3, I'm hoping for it. But yeah, so we're going to just do like a small community over here, like we've got with the mining community on this side. Now everything is running really pretty well, and I want to add maybe another sheep farm, so we're going to have to unlock some extra territories. I'm going to just go ahead and place this wall. It's really going to take up all the resources, so yeah, but I think let's just do it. I've got enough builders now to help in any case. I do want to consider maybe adding another storage for myself over here. So as you can see, I've moved all the lumber camps and the sawmills. I moved to this side, just to open up the space here for our little farming community that we're going to have here. Now I've also moved the bakery a little bit closer to the storages over here, because we're going to only have the commoner buildings on the inside of these walls. So then when the bakers have to come to work, they don't have too long of a route to take. Okay, so we've got that. And then also once this wall is done, I can destroy these small village watchtowers. I'll probably keep 1 or 2 of these maybe on the outside. In fact, I'll probably move that one specifically. I'll move down here for the farming community. Well, let's just go ahead and lay out the residential area. I want to make it a bit more compact because I think we're going to require more workers over here. So I'm going to use my square brush just to make the housing more compact. So let's just draw it like this all the way. Want to make like a decent size square over here, and we can maybe also go ahead and add some residential over here like so. And in fact, you know what, let's just do this. I'm gonna just color all of this in. Let's just do this all the way like that. Now I want to add myself market stalls over here. We're going to need 1 market stall for the rustic food and 1 for the refined food. So ultimately we only need 2 market stalls really. Now let's do this. I'm gonna just place the tents also, so it's gonna just be easier to place it or to figure out how I want to place it. So I want them definitely to be like back to back. We might on a later stage add some more market stalls, but I think these houses are going to remain tier 1 houses. So yeah, this might be it, eh? Okay, good. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. I think that should do. And then we've got the well point over here, and we're going to just need to build ourselves a small chapel. They are going to need the services. So something similar like we've got on this side with the chapel over there. I'm gonna go ahead and place one right over here like so. We might extend the residential area a little bit further out, so let's just do it like so. Oh, isn't there a smaller entrance? Okay, doesn't look like it. We only got that one. Yeah, okay, well, I'm just going to raise the roof a little bit. Yeah, that should do. So that gives us a capacity of 15, and we can do the same here for the back. Let's just raise the roof a little bit more. And we can place the tower here towards the back. Here we go. Okay, that should do. And let's just place ourselves one little wooden cross over here. Just let's line it up nicely. Okay, cool. I think we are good to go. I'm going to just place this down. And you know what, maybe I should consider just getting myself another builder's workshop. Where's that? Here we go. Let's just add another builder's workshop over here. We've got enough workers available, so let's do 3. Now I'm going to prioritize the city wall. I'm going to just prioritize that. Our little farming village can wait a little bit longer. It's not as of a pressing matter now. I just want to see something here. I've got my forester. Where's my forester? Here we go. I still need to paint the area here. So I see that I haven't planted any trees. I forgot to just paint this little area over here. There's still quite a few amount of trees left in any case, so that's not too bad. And we're just going to color all of this in, maybe all the way to there. And I think that should be sufficient in any case. Right, now for this one, we can make the painting area a little bit smaller. Okay, so they actually remembered my painting area over here. I'm going to just clear all of this out. Just do that. Okay, cool. And then what I want to do is I want to just remove all of the resources over here. So we're going to open all of this up for the cattle farms. Give them nice big pastures. And once I've got enough coin, I'm going to just then unlock this territory over here as well. And that's going to give us more than enough space then. Just for the cattle farms, that is. Now while they're building all of these structures, I think we can maybe just start by laying out the blueprint for the castle. That's also going to be a heck of a lot of resources. We've got some sort of fair, okay. Yeah, this is nice because we're going to get some extra labor influence. Now I've got quite a decent amount of labor influence and I do want to unlock the paved roads, and that is a pretty important one because I want to definitely look at getting some citizens in soon, and we do require the paved roads for that specifically. And yeah, now that this is unlocked, I'm going to then, after that, I'm going to unlock the tier 4 labor privileges, which is going to help us also a lot. And let's just see what we need here for our villages. Currently, it's only the rustic food that's a little bit on the low side. So I should probably consider getting another stall over here. Assign a resource. What have I got a lot of? I've got plenty of fish, you know, so let's maybe just assign another market stall here. To specifically do fish. I think that should sort out our rustic food problem. Shame, now these guys have already moved into this house, but they're gonna have to walk very far to get to the market stalls. So maybe I should just prioritize this as well to get these 2 market stalls up. Now I did also off screen build myself another hunting cabin or a hunter's hut, and I think I'm going to have to very soon maybe just add myself another butchery. Now they're going through the meat pretty quickly. Just want to make sure when I trade the meat, I mustn't set it too low. You see, I've only set it to 30. So I'm going to push this up maybe to 50. Although, you know, our bread is looking very good. So maybe instead of the meat, because I was considering adding meat to this market over here, I'll rather maybe add the bread and then we can do the fish as well. So we're very close here to the fishing hut, so I think it's going to be the best to just use the fish then. And we can also probably just add another fisherman's hut. I don't know if you can reach a saturation point with the fishing hut, but I'm gonna just go ahead and place another one. Here we go. So you can see the city walls are going very well. They've built most of it already, so yeah. Now I'm gonna have to take away this castle keep over here, this wooden structure. I'm gonna just take that away. Okay, so the rose bushes we're going to leave because these ones specifically contribute to the kingdom splendor. I can't delete the rose bushes, otherwise we will lose all that splendor. So I'm going to go ahead and just place the keep, the modest keep, and I've got to keep it kind of close to its original location, otherwise it will just say it's outside of territory, and it's going to be a very big mission to move all those rose bushes. So we've got to keep it close to it, and I'm going to keep it like kind of like in a straight line. Now I want to make the keep, the actual main structure, I want to make really big, and I think that looks big enough. We're going to make ourselves a real elaborate entrance, so we're going to do it like that. And now we also need the dummies, and they can't be too far also away from its original location. So maybe, I really don't like the fact that I've got to place the dummies almost on top of the keep. I'm gonna just go ahead and place one of these maybe. Yeah, let's just maybe do that. Now I just want to see this stone balcony. I want to place it higher up. Now I want to see if I can move it higher, and if we can just make it look a little bit nicer. So they do give you the option to go up. Ah, there we go. See, now I do like this. That works for me. So I'm gonna make this as part of the castle. I think it's gonna look really cool just having it like that. We could probably make it a little bit higher. Come on. Just up to about there. And I'm gonna rather go ahead and place it on this side, kind of like facing the city, you know. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty cool. We are going to do like a castle wall also that's gonna go around here, and this is all gonna be part of the castle's courtyard. We'll add a whole bunch of other structures on a later stage. But yeah, I did say I want to go pretty big with the castle. Now we can add ourselves a sub-building, and that is the royal office. Now what I think I want to do is I want to build the royal office almost right away. Fortified chamber. The visitors are happy. It's not a bad idea, I think, to have this fortified chamber here at the bottom. Yeah, that actually looks cool. Maybe if we place it more inwards like that. Yeah, I kind of like it. Now you can see just for this structure alone that we've got over here, it's taking 143 stone, 113 polished stone, looks like 56 planks, 43 tools, and then 7 iron. So that's super expensive to build this structure. I'm most likely just going to do that within the next episode. We've got to get these walls up, and they're using all of the resources now. But at least that gives me an idea of how I want to structure my castle. We're going to just do the gate all the way around. Now I don't have to enclose it over here like I do with the city to make it heavily fortified. It's not going to be necessary. And we're going to just bring the wall around, keep it open here, and then we can place all of the rest of the structures here in the middle. We can maybe do like a royal garden also. That's a lot of ideas what I can do. Okay, so they want us to sell 200 wood, which is perfect. We've already got enough wood, we just need to get it into the storages. So let's see what we've got. I do have 2 slots for the wood, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just let them stockpile the wood again. Okay, there we go. So we can then sell 200 wood, we're gonna get 300 points from that, which is really nice. I just want to see something with our trade. Where's the bailiff? Okay, so to improve our trade with the Northbury, we're going to need 250 bread, and we need the 250 bread in our actual storage. So I've got 2 slots allocated for the bread, but I'm going to need a 3rd slot to store the bread. Let's just see here. Storage, okay. We've got a slot already for the bread there. So I've got to just produce more bread, that's basically it. Now I've got all my bakers here. I've improved them to commoners. And that's actually something that I do want to look at as well. Promote villagers to a higher status. So let's see where we do need the commoners. There's quite a few over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, these butchers are still serfs. Oh, that's why the meat is going so slow. Okay, cool. I thought I did upgrade them to commoners already. Okay, so here's a bunch. These are all patrollers. The taverners we can definitely upgrade. Also the tax collector. Village priest. Okay, yeah, these guys needs to be upgraded. Okay, I'm gonna just go with that for now. The patrollers we can upgrade on a later stage. They're not as important to be specifically commoners. Okay, so now we can do the paved roads, and I think ideally I probably want to do the paver's yard. I want to place over here. Either close to the resource storage or to the location where they're actually going to pave the roads. I don't know what would be better. Let's just keep it in the blueprint over there. Okay, so we're so close to getting done here with these walls. Now a whole bunch of these houses are going to start upgrading to the tier 3 houses. So it's going to pretty much look like a mess once the walls are up. I'm not sure if you guys know if you're able to prevent the houses from upgrading. I don't know if you are able to prevent them from going to a tier 3 or going to a tier 3 density. I suppose you just need to take away the patrol coverage if you don't want everybody to upgrade at the same time. Yeah, but that's going to cause other problems. Okay, well, we'll just have to go with it in any case. I don't think we have much of a choice in that one. But I do have quite a decent amount of wood and planks. Although I'm going to trade it now. We'll rebuild it pretty quickly. I'm going to add myself another woodcutter over here. We've got so many workers available. I don't know why they're taking so long to deliver the wood. Okay, yeah, well, actually I do know. I've moved all of my wood on this side, or towards this side. Waiting for workers, waiting for workers, waiting for workers. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the wood in the storage over here if I can. Doesn't look like I can. I'm gonna have to just place one warehouse over here because now the woodcutters are too far away from the storage, so that's the problem that we've got. And I've only got 7 days left to complete this quest. Let's just prioritize this quickly. Oh man, I'm really hoping I can get this set up. That's really good money that we can get from this trade. And we're getting clergy influence, which we probably need the most. I did build myself an extra builder's workshop over here. So I think we've got plenty of builders available. Let's just check here. Villages. Let's see with the builders job. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. See, we've got 12 builders. Oh great, so we had a merry fair. Now I've got enough labor influence so I can just get another edict over here. Or a privilege rather. So let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is the one that I want to do. Labor buildings upkeep reduced by 25%. Fantastic. Okay, so this is also going to really help us just to accumulate our money faster. I can see they're building the warehouse now here. I don't know if we're going to make this on time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to only assign wood and planks into the warehouse over here. Initially, we'll add another depot for other goods at a later stage. Come on guys, just complete this quickly. Oh man. I don't know if we're going to seal this deal, eh? Transporters, I'm going to just fully staff them. Wood, planks. Okay, let's see if this works. 1 day left. Are we gonna make it? I don't think so. Okay, so we didn't make it. Unfortunately, I forgot actually about the woodcutters that I moved away. You see, if you're too away from your storages, then it's not going to work. You won't build up the resources quick enough. So you see there, they're transporting it now to the warehouse. And to the sawmills. We've still got this little piece of wall left to complete. Alright, so we've got our 2 market tenders. One is going to be for the fishies, and one is for the bread. Just want to see. I want them to stock this bread, stock maximum. I want them to stock up on the bread so that we can just basically upgrade that trade route. We do have enough bread available. Yeah, see, we're gonna have, there's another house being set up over here, and then there'll probably be another one on this side. But this is going to all form part of our farming community. And I'm gonna move this watchtower. As soon as this wall is done, I'll move that watchtower. I'll move it down towards this side, just to give us some light fortification for these houses. Oh my word, okay, there it goes. So you can see absolute chaos. Now all the houses are going up. So we won't be needing this anymore. That's why I'm going to move this down. And I think it's appropriate to place the watchtower maybe here close to the church. It does look like it's covering all the houses from this angle. Okay, right, so let's just place it over there. I think we can maybe consider just getting ourselves another tax collector. Because our town is pretty far spread out, and you know what I should do is maybe make like a little tax collector's house on this side of town. And maybe one here at the bottom, maybe close to the church. Maybe run about here. We can have tax collector's houses there as well. Surplus of village goods. I get that message quite often, I must say. Okay, still not enough. Let's just see with the granary. Okay, they fully stocked that. I'm gonna just say also for that one, fully stock. And for the bread, fully stock maximum. Now it's gonna cost me a buttload of bread to open up or to expand the trading route for Northbury, but then we are going to make really good money. Northbury is our most reliable trading partner, so let's just see here. You see, with the Northbury we've got the plank, the polished stone, the gold, so they also buy the gold ore, which is great. We are producing that now. The meat, so there's a whole bunch of things, and we are going to start producing cheese also soon once we've got the cattle farms up. So they are definitely the best ones to trade with. You can see at the moment they will trade up to 200 of a specific item. So I think it's already doing pretty good. But I want to upgrade it as high as I can and as soon as I can. Now it's a good thing that I've added myself some extra woodcutters over here. And we've got all our sawmills running full steam. But yeah, now from this point on forward, housing is not going to be a problem. I think while they build all of these structures or upgrade all of these structures, I'm going to just maybe place myself the paver's yard as well. It's quite expensive. It's 200 coins to place down, so yeah. That's kind of like, just makes me reluctant to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm just not sure whether or not I should place it here outside of the city walls, or if it's going to be more effective having it in the city. It would kind of look right over here. So I don't know, maybe I should just do it. Maybe I should just place it over here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily just import tools. So let's say buy, and maybe let's buy till we get to 30. Okay, so you can see now here everything is looking really good. Rustic food is a problem, but I think it's this area over here or this area over here, one of the two. Aha, okay. So it is over here. We do require that extra berry, so I'm going to just maybe place some extra gathering huts. I'll have to. I suppose we can place one over here. And we still need to assign a village priest over here. And they've got to be a commoner. Alright, here comes our Northbury partners. Hopefully we can do a sweet deal here. We've got plenty of meat that we can trade with them. And there's the gold. I just want to see for the gold. Yeah, it's only grain storage. Oh, there's gems actually that we get in this as well. Oh, interesting. Now, I would love if we can set up another gold mine. We're just actually trading small amounts at the moment. See, we've got 30 kingdom influence. Let's maybe go ahead and just unlock these privileges and let's see what we can get there. I'm going to just say trade bonus from the kingdom allegiance. We're only on level 1, but it is going to make a difference, I think, ultimately. I've got so much clothes. I'm thinking maybe I should trade some clothes. Let's maybe say to sell clothes when we're over 100 storage. Or should I say maybe, yeah, let's maybe say over 100 storage. I'm gonna just do it like that. You can see there's so many people now flocking. We get every time there's new immigrants coming in, they 3 or 4, which is great. So the town is growing at a really steep pace. We're going to be now just under 200, or on the dot 200. 194. Okay, very close. Right, so these guys, I'm going to just assign all of them as foragers. Larkstone is now a town. Oh, it's now a city. Oh. Wow. Okay, so let's change it to Mayor. Mayor Albrecht. I see on a later stage we can add maybe another house or 2 houses over here just to fill up these empty spots. I don't think there's anything else that we're going to space in here. We'll keep the tavern like it is now. Let me just add myself another taverner. A taverner doesn't sound like the right word. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right, a taverner. Should have maybe said like a barkeeper or a bartender or a tavern keeper, innkeeper, or whatever you call it. A taverner sounds wrong. Storage full. Come on, bring my bread, bring my bread. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so we can upgrade now this trade route to Northbury. Roof. There we go. Okay, so we're starting to sell some clothes over here. I think I'm doing the right thing just by selling the clothes. And while we're at it, let's just see to open up or to upgrade some more of my villages. And it's pretty much just the patroller still that I need to upgrade to commoners. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have that much money, so let's just conclude the promotions for now. So the reason why I want to upgrade those people now to commoners is to just get that extra tax money. So you can see currently we've got now 39 commoners that's living in our city over here. And we do get a really good amount of money. I mean, if you compare it, just look at this. So we've got 155 serfs. They bring in 355 points per month. Only 40 of the commoners are bringing 240 in. So they are a quarter of the amount of serfs that we've got, and they're only making a little bit less than 100 points. So hypothetically speaking, if I multiply this by 4, we're going to get very close to 1,000 points. So they're earning 3 times more than the serfs. So that is why I want to just upgrade all of these commoners, just to get our tax money. And we've got now extra tax collectors over here, or a extra tax collector. And by the way, I think I'm going to just go ahead and add myself another tax collector over here. And we're going to have to do some levies over here again. See, because I did so many upgrades and stuff now I'm forced to push the levy. Okay, usually by this time my trade is running much better. But you know, it's a good thing if you've got a monastery. The monastery is fantastic in regards to creating some extra money. If you don't run the monastery, because with the herbal garden that you've got, if you've got that set up, man, those herbs also brings in so much money, and you don't use the herbs until much later. So the herbs, you're pretty much selling everything. At this stage of the game, at least, I will be selling all my herbs. But yeah, I kind of like the structure of the city. It looks pretty good. I think I sized it up pretty nicely. I'm not going to make it bigger than that. It's going to just be overkill. So everything, any more village houses that we build will be on the outside of this wall. I think it's going to look nice. Even if we extend it towards this side and we build some additional village houses over here, I think it would still look really cool. And with the castle on the hill on that side. Yeah, but it is coming together pretty nicely. Now, the people that we're going to have here, they're also going to need to be commoners. I'm going to keep them as serfs, just for now. In fact, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to employ anybody there as of yet. I'll just have to first build up my resources again. Now, let's see here. I've got my 2 stonecutter camps. I feel like I need to add another one, because you can see my stone is kind of staying low at this stage. So I want to see if we've got any stone deposits on this side. There's really nothing. There's one over here, which kind of sucks because that's where I want to place my other sheep farm. So sadly, this is the only stone deposit that we've got in a very massive stretch. I think I took away a stone deposit that was here, and I want to now pretty much take away that one also. So it's not the end of the world, you know, we can just squeeze in another one over here. Another stone cutting camp. Let's just do that. So you see, the thing is, I've got a lot of expenses now with all my production buildings, and that is causing me to lose some money. I've got to now just check where I can, what I can do to just get more money, really. I suppose we can look at adding another windmill. That's maybe something. So that if we've got more flour, then we can produce way more bread. And then that's something that I can consider selling. And we can get our windmill taxes. We've got nearly enough labor influence to impose the taxes for the windmills. So why not? Let's just set up ourselves another windmill over here. Now I'm purchasing quite a bit of tools also, so that's also why my coin is in a deficit, because I just want all these tier 3 houses to be set up. But it's looking very nice. With all the houses being so compact, it's looking more like a proper city now. And the houses don't look like hobbit houses anymore. You can see there, it just looks more natural. Definitely. Because these houses that was on the slopes, it just came out so funny. But all of these seems to be looking really good. So I'm very keen to purchase this extended village edict also. I just don't have enough coin. Just want to see if we do get another edict. What would be my third? Upkeep of production building parts. Upkeep of production building parts. That's just a building part. That's not bad though. You see, this is also a nice one to decrease the time of the mandates, the time that it takes, and also to decrease the cost of the mandates. This is a nice one. I'm going to tell you why, because it doesn't just decrease the cost monetarily wise, it also decreases the amount of resources that you need. Like for example, to improve these trade routes. So maybe that's something, you know what? Let's maybe do that. I'm going to purchase that. And let's do this. You see, because with the sturdy material, the upkeep of production building parts decreased by 50%. That's only the building parts. It's not actually decreasing the cost of the production. So let's do that one. Because now you can see here, when we go down, you can see now for Trotberry, for example, we only require 25 tools to improve the trade with Trotberry. And for middle, we only need 50 instead of 100 polystone. So that is going to make a difference, a big difference. Seeing that we also need to start building on the actual castle. I still need to set up my patrols over here, but I think I'm going to just keep that on a back burner because I want all of these houses to be done first before I decide to upgrade these bottom houses. So let's add ourselves another 3 miners over here. Okay. We need so much stone. I feel very tempted to start my monastery somewhere. I'm just not sure where I'm going to start it. can't be too far from the actual village, because they still need to collect some sort of resources. You know, thinking of it, maybe I should replace this church with a monastery. It is going to be a little bit of a mission because I can't just remove the church, otherwise the people lose their service capability or the ability to fulfill their service need. Only cost me 25 coin to unlock this, right? You see, and we don't need anything to unlock any of these to get ourselves a garden. Let's do this. I'm going to just remove this residential area over here. Right, there we go. So we've got now level 4, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I remember correctly, it's the highest level of trade. Level 4. Let's just check this out. Yeah, there we go. So it only goes up to level 4. So now we've got the highest trade level with Northbury, which I think is great. I will continue on my own. Thank you. And you know what, for this monastery, maybe I should just focus on getting nuns into this monastery. I usually have the monks, so I think from here I'm gonna maybe just focus on getting nuns. We need nun dorms, and then we also need a herb garden. Okay. So what we can do is basically we can just start by placing the nun dorms, and we can place it right next to this church over here. We can eventually add the chapel onto the front over here. Just raise the roof like that, and I'm gonna do like a small side entry. Humble gate entry. Yeah, let's just do that. Visitor location. Well, temporarily, we're gonna just place it over here like so. I know it's gonna look strange, but I'll have to keep it like this for a while until we've got the chapel also set up. But now I'm basically only doing this so that I can start trading with herbs as well. I'm just going to raise the roof a little bit higher. Okay, so we've got a capacity for 60 nuns, which I think is pretty decent. So now we need to place ourselves a garden, or what is this called? A gardening hut. And it seems appropriate to have it over here at the back. And we're gonna just do maybe 2 herb planters for now. Let's just do 2 for now. Alrighty, so I'm going to just say build all. Here we go. Build all. And then I think we can place the herbs in the storage over here. Yeah, there we go. So the herbs can go in there. Okay, so the second windmill is also up. I think what I'll do is I'll maybe just assign 2 millers for now. You can see my treasury is currently in a minus, and we'll fix that quickly. The people are gonna get upset, but I'm gonna just push the taxes, just for a little while at least. Oh, it came at such a good time, the wood trade. Oh my goodness, you know what happened? I should also have colored this in for wood cutting, because the charcoal burners, they also just collect the trees from the locations that's allocated for wood cutting. I didn't think of the charcoal burners when I was moving all the wood towards this side. And this actually affected them. That's why nobody is burning coal over here. They don't take the wood from the woodcutters, they have to harvest their own trees. And then they produce the coal, so... yeah, that was a problem. Anyways, you can see they're starting to work now again. And that's why I was running in a deficit. I wasn't creating any of my own tools. And you can see the storage here, so that's why it looks like I'm not getting any iron, because they are full with the storage on this side. Yeah. These things happen, you know. Population hits 200. Okay, we are now 200 on the dot. Which, if you do get to 200, it's a pretty decent size for your town, or for your village, whatever you want to call it, within Foundation. But I think it does become exceptionally challenging once you get to 500 plus population. That's when it really starts getting challenging, just to juggle all the different resources and to make sure everything runs fine. We'll just speed this up quickly. Okay, so I would say about half of the houses are now completed here to the tier 3. No access to refined food. No access to rustic food. Why? Oh, okay. Okay, I know. Let's say fish. Here we go. Yeah, just get some fish fires. Here we go. Find food shortage. Bread and meat. My bread and meat, I've got pretty high numbers for both of those. I'm gonna just say stock maximum, maybe that helps. We've got all of our transporters. We're pretty much fully staffed on this side. I don't know. I mean, they're not so far away from the storages. So I think I'm going to close the trade now for the tools. We can stop purchasing cloth as well, definitely. Let's just see here for the tools. There we go. And in fact, I'm going to say they should export when we get over 40 tools. Just want to see the gems we can also export. If we've got more than 0, we're not going to use the gems. So we can just assign it here to the storage. It has to be in the storage. Let's see what else we can trade. We're going to open up the trade for the herbs soon, and we'll trade it when it's over 0. We'll get good money for that. Okay, cool. I think with the spears, well, it's not going to really work trading the spears. I need to first get a storage for it. And you need a specific storage. So when I go here, you need a sub building and you need the armory. So you can only store it in the armory. So once I've got that, we can maybe then consider training with the weapons. I'm now just trying to figure out where the refined food shortage is. I think it's with this one over here. Yeah. Okay, they're not bringing the bread to the storage over here. You know what? Let's maybe take one of these slots away. Let's just say I'm not going to stock maximum here. I'm only going to stock maximum on this side. Maybe that will work. That's clothes that they're transporting. Want them to actually take the bread. Is that the bread? Ah, there we go. Take the bread, man. Take the bread. Okay, there we go. Now we've got the bread in storage, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. Alrighty, so the monastery, the nun dorms are up. I just need to... still need some extra wood, or planks rather. I just need to finish this garden, but let's... 1, 2, 3, let's get some nuns over here. Yeah. Okay, we've got 3. I'm definitely going to assign all of them as herbalists. Alright, my little nuns can start harvesting some herbs, and we can trade with that. And the herbs brings in the same amount of money as the meat. So this should financially, this should sort us out. Okay, well, I'm going to select this one. I want to earn wealth through trade, because that is the honest answer. So they're going to supply me with 100 coin. Okay, but you can see almost all of the houses are now on tier 3. Just got the common or the tier 2 houses that still need to be upgraded. Oh, we require so many planks still. Okay, but I think that is me for today's episode. I'm going to just let them off screen finish all of these houses and just accumulate my resources so that we can then also start building on the castle over here. So I want to really generate a whole bunch of resources so that we can start with that, and then also want to get my cattle farms set up over here and then place myself an additional sheep farm on this side. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it and you're not subscribed yet, please remember to do so, as it helps me a lot, and then I'll see you in the next one.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. Passionate gamer, building kingdoms from the dark. Together we rise, we conquer.